Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 96 at 9 o'clock with indications price rises are spreading. But first in the US, they reported a good reduction in the number of jobless claims for last week, even less than the decline expected. There are now 3.7 million people on these benefits, back to levels similar to a year ago, just as the pandemic was starting to bite. But it is still twice as high as the pre-pandemic levels. And staying in the US, producer prices are up 6.2% in April from a year ago, a sharp rise from the already high 4.2% gain they reported in March. Prices are rising fast in ways that seem temporary, yet could change expectations in ways that will be self-reinforcing. Consumer prices are getting no respite in the US following the oil pipeline hack there. Temporary, sure, but they are feeding those rising price expectations. Still, Fed officials don't see the pressures embedding. In Canada, they reported their producer price data for April as well, and that was up an eye-watering 14% from a year ago. That leap is their largest in more than 40 years and was driven primarily by lumber prices, itself driven by house-building demand in the US. Dairy, meat and fish prices also rose sharply, but nothing like the timber prices. In China, foreign direct investment rose 39% in the year to April, but that is a levelling off from the 44% rate in the year to March. The iron ore price is taking a breather today, falling from $230 a tonne yesterday to $218 a tonne today. Obviously it can't keep rising and the vertical rate track has been on. Copper is showing the same signs. In Australia, the expectations for inflation are quite different and no one sees it on the horizon. The RBA survey of economists sees it rising at 1.7% in a year. The same survey of union officials pegs it at just 1.5%. The Melbourne Institute Consumer Survey has it at 3.2%, but that's unchanged from a year ago. Currently, the inflation rate in Australia is 1.1%. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at just up 1.67%. That's down 1 basis point from this time yesterday. And the price of gold starts today virtually unchanged at $1,823 an ounce. And oil prices start today giving up all of yesterday's rise and more, down $3 to just over $63.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just on $67 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens the day stable at 71.7 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, we're back up to 93 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're marginally firmer at 59.4 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index starts today at 73.6. And the Bitcoin price is now at $48,183, and that's a huge 12.3% lower than this time yesterday. Volatility in the past 24 hours has been extreme, at plus or minus 9.6%. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.